Well, it is a good year for Canon so far. There's been a lot of releases, and you can actually buy a lot of EOS R lenses, mainly in the APS-C variety. And it's no different today. I'm actually going to be checking out the 12mm f2 from Samyang, just to see if it's actually a really good lens. The key benefit of this being, in fact, it's around about an 18mm in general, so it's nice and wide. But something that I have noticed whilst just starting out shooting it, and so far, is that it's actually got remarkably straight lines, and it's not necessarily got too much barrel distortion to it as well, which kind of makes it perfect for doing a little bit of architecture. This lens comes in at a really decent price, and it just means that you could possibly pick up some work on the side maybe with this lens, but also just enjoy what you like taking photos of. Of course, 18mm is perhaps a little bit too wide for your everyday kind of lens, but if you're going to places on holiday, or like I said, places where there has been some unique architecture, I feel like this lens really does lean into some really cool possibilities. And well, today I'm going to be going in and around Cardiff, going to the places that look the prettiest and taking photos of some architecture to try out something a little bit different on this channel. Of course, this is a wide angle, so it's actually going to be very good for using in vlog situations, which means you're going to get nice, decent wide angle footage. Of course, you got a little bit of depth of field there with the actual lens itself, not too much because this is APS-C, mind, and it is a wide angle. So this is the internal mic of the R50, but more importantly, I'm talking about the lens, the 12mm f2, and this is kind of what you're expecting out of a vlog situation with it. You got a nice kind of slightly out of blur background, but also pretty good autofocus, at least, hopefully. Yeah, sorry for the bad audio. But, it might actually be really good audio also. In which, bang on some noise isolation. Works quite well, doesn't it? With it being a wide angle prime lens, is it something that you can really see in your kit bag? And this is what I want to really give you the answer for today. So let's get on with it, let's take some more photos and see how well this lens performs. So that's a lot of the photos and some video of what I've taken with the 12mm f2 from Samyang today. What I've been impressed with, at least through the viewfinder, is the photos appear to be pretty damn sharp, all things considered. And when you're looking at these kind of Samyang lenses, they are even more of the budget option kind of things that you look at. I feel like with this lens, they've got a really good quality, just overall makeup of it. Big thing here, I think, for me, is that it's nice and small, and when it goes with the R50, it ends up really taking up not too much space, so it can really be hey, I want to go out and do maybe some street photography, architecture, landscape, and just generally enjoy it without necessarily thinking about it too much. It's one of those lenses where I think if you think about not necessarily having a zoom, it not being too tight, you're just going to overthink and complicate kind of what you're trying to take. It is a really wide lens, so it doesn't lean itself to street photography or, in that retrospect, doing things like portraits. It's a lens with a very kind of a niche point of view, but it does what it does really quite well, and overall, quite happy. So, through doing videos for a really long time, I tend to kind of gravitate towards a tighter lens. However, when it comes to using a wider lens, you've actually got a little more context there, and sometimes context is really important for a photo project or what you're trying, if you're trying to tell a narrative story with the work that you're doing. And I do think 12mm are a really important thing, or not necessarily 12mm, just wide angles in general, are really good to have in your bag as a way to really define what you are creating. Right, those are some of my thoughts on the 12mm Samyang f2. It's a really powerful lens. Link is in the description. If you are looking for anything new, used, or anything else in between, make sure you go over to cameracenteruk.com. And if you like this video, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe if you want to see more. Have a good day.